Got a nice arch. What I notice with some of the redwood arches, when they do that, a bunch of trees start to grow up on the arches. Right beside that, got this nice X here. A bunch of lichen on it. That's been around for a while. That looks new. There's another one behind me here. And then I think there's an X back here. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Behind there. That way. Trying to get a better view. Anyway, a few X's and some arches here. I'll throw that on the vid. Here we go. Right up there. Here's some people coming. Anyway, I don't know why it's looking so bright. It's not focusing, but I like how this tree here is conveniently wedged in. You can see they cut it here, I guess for the path or for the trail here, but it goes through here. In between this tree, between this little tree, rests on this big tree. It goes in between that tree. It rests over there. So these two trees here are a lot of support, and of course this middle one as well. Not really touching this tree here. But we find these sometimes. I mean, this might have fell naturally, but it's just perfectly balanced there. I just trip out how it's just wedged in between all those trees. I figured that looks like the rest of it there. If it were here and fell over that way, I would have figured it would have broken a lot of those branches up there, or maybe it did at some point. I'm not sure, but it doesn't look like any damage to this tree here. It's perfectly in there. Anyway, on a new trail, and this one leads to the beach. Just want to record some of this lichen and to give you guys an idea of the terrain in this area. And of course we're looking for sign. Just might take the trail all the way to the beach. Check out the beach there. Very, very green. Lots of ferns. There's a couple other spots I wanted to record. I might do it on the way out, but yeah, just very different to what I'm usually used to. I'm a little bit north of my usual areas, and hopefully we get something today. I was headed down a new trail and ran into this structure here in the middle of the path here. And on my way down, I hiked in a few miles trying to hit the beach, but I didn't reach, so I turned around, and on my way back up I noticed this on the ground. So, you know, looks like they might have spelled something out with the sticks there. So first thing I think is humans, and they made a heart made out of pine cones, which I find very interesting. And we could examine this structure here. It's nothing too complex. Seems like several sticks just leaned up on each other to form almost like a teepee type shape. I'll give you a view from the other side. The channel Southern Ontario Sasquatch recently uploaded a video where they had some activity, and they might have carved out a heart. I think it was on a rock. Just a little random branch there. It was a rock covered in moss, and I believe they cut out a heart shape, which those pine cones over there kind of reminded me of that. And on top here, we got a rock. And this very well could be people. I mean, people walk down this trail, but I don't think too many people do. I mean, this is a pretty remote spot. Going back on the heart thing, over at the beach at one of my locations, I recently found what I call a structure. It was a bunch of driftwood, but they were all the wishbone Y-shaped pieces of wood, and they kind of put them together in a certain way, and it just stood out to me. And in the middle of that structure, there was a heart-shaped rock. And I uploaded the picture, but I'm not sure if I don't think I pointed that out too much. But I found that interesting. And further down on that beach, one day I found a big heart, and I think I uploaded that on a video also, made out of just driftwood. It was on the sand, but it was humongous. And that also reminds me of what Southern Ontario Sasquatch had found when she found that heart. So I don't know, I find this interesting here. You know, you guys let me know your opinions. And yeah, further down this path, I also found a little something on the side of the trail where a stick was stuck in the ground and a few sticks kind of placing a pattern around it. So I'll try to upload that with this video, and yeah, keep it moving. Got an X back there. Got one right there. Arch over there. Not sure if I'm zoomed in. Yeah.